We are Valleywide News, breaking news and events across the valley. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are Valleywide News.
All right, everybody, this is Valleywide News, breaking news and events here and across the valley. Currently on the scene of a structure fire, commercial structure fire that is. We're live here on the scene at Slangin Audio and Sound and Tint, ultimately 5950 East Brown Road here in Mesa. And unfortunately, it looks like the building, which caught fire about an hour or so ago, we had trouble getting location of the actual fire until recently. We've got a number of fire units on scene, command van and others. And as you can see, they're trying to break through the wall, the roof there. I'm sorry, the front of the building to, again, looking for hot spots. Stand by, everyone. All right, everybody joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and X. We're currently on the scene of a commercial structure fire, and it's looking like this building is going to be interior-wise a complete loss at this point. We have a large fire that broke out about an hour or so ago. We had trouble getting its location until we heard it on the scanner, but again, we're live here at Slangin Sound and Tint on Brown Road here in Mesa, Arizona. Unfortunately, that is, they're still working as best as possible. You can see the people that work here on scene, and they're still working on hotspots. That's why you can see, we're going to zoom in right now on the exterior of the building, which is what they were trying to avoid, and that is breaking out some of the wall to get some of this electrical conduit that, as we were listening to the scanners, this electrical conduit that might have been causing or keeping this smoke and fire going. It doesn't look like much right now, but I can tell you quite some time ago it was pretty intense. We have a command unit on site, Mesa Fire also on site, a bunch of fire crews on deck and rehabbing. And again, this is still an active fire scene, and they do not have total control at this point. So as you can see, fire crews are working on the front of the building just above the glass there, breaking out part of the wall, unfortunately, now to try and see where some of these conduits that might be keeping the fire going or the smoke going. Again, as we were coming in, we did hear that they were having problems locating a main breaker on the electrical, and so that caused some issues as well. Again, we're at Slangin Sound and Audio and Tint, car audio. A lot of you are familiar with this business, and unfortunately, again, Major fire breaking out this morning at this building at 5950 Brown Road. Those of you joining us on Citizen, Facebook, YouTube, and X, we appreciate it. We're live. Once again, those of you just joining us, we're on the scene of a commercial structure fire, Slangin car audio and Tint, and unfortunately a major fire breaking out this morning, and unfortunately again live on the scene in a very unfortunate situation. Fire crew still on the scene working to get this under control. Once again, everybody joining us. Those of you on TikTok, I'm sure you've seen a lot of their advertisements, Slangin car audio and Tint. A lot of fire crews here on the scene. A lot of the crews rehabbing and being pulled out and brought back in. Again, you can see they're breaking out the wall. Another fire truck and medical engine 213 just arriving on scene. We have a command van as well. And we're not sure of what's going on interior, but we can say that we've stand by everybody as this fire truck pulls in. Again, for about the past hour or so, we've been listening to the scanners and hearing it. Unfortunately, we did not get an exact location until just moments ago. So once again, we're live on the scene. Slangin car audio and Tint here in Mesa. Again, 5950 East Brown Road, and a structure fire. As you can see, they're ripping out the front wall, trying to get to the conduit to get some possible electrical that help to fuel this fire. Again, we're live here on the scene. We can zoom out and show you that a lot of people on fire crews that is on deck and getting here in rehab. Number of crews cycling out. And unfortunately for all these people that work here, it's a sad situation when this type of fire happens. And I know on our way in, again, they were trying to avoid breaking out walls and doing any more damage to the actual structure itself, but it appears that they've had no choice but to break out some of these walls to try and again figure out which conduit is fueling this smoke and fire. Once again, Slangin car audio and Tint, 5950 Brown Road. We appreciate everybody joining us. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Once again, those of you just joining us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Citizen, we're live on the scene. Slangin car audio here in Mesa, right off of Brown Road. About an hour or so ago, we heard of a structure fire. Crews having trouble locating some circuit breakers and electrical panels. Again, right now, they are doing what they were trying not to do, as we were hearing on the scanners earlier as we were pulling in, to not break out or destroy any more of the structure itself. But as you can see, to the top right of the building on the outside, they are breaking through some walls to try and get a handle on a possible conduit, electrical conduit, that might be causing the fire here. You could see insulation being broken out right now. Unfortunate situation for the guys and gals of Slangin Car Audio. Here in Mesa, once again, 5950 East Brown Road in Mesa. Now we can tell you, again, it looks like the fire itself is under control, but at this point they're doing their best to locate an electrical conduit causing some issues. All right, everyone, and once again, we try and, from other businesses and people around the area, to see. It looks like it was definitely an electrical fire. Hopefully they contained it. We can't see inside. Hopefully they contained it within a reasonable amount of time, causing as least amount of damage interior to this business. Once again, Slangin Car Audio in Mesa. Hopefully, again, that they were able to catch it quickly and in time, but I'm sure that there is some type of water damage interior. Again, a large number of fire crews here on the scene, command units as well. We can see some firefighters off to the right side of our camera view, being rehabbed, so a number of crews have moved in and out, working quite vigorously and quickly as possible to contain this fire. Once again, those of you joining us on Citizen, we are going to end our live stream here on Citizen. Slangin car audio, an electrical fire that's been going on for about an hour or so. You can see crews breaking out the front of the building here at the top, the stucco, in order to locate the conduit that was causing the electrical fire. Obviously some type of short, and hopefully interior, it looks like a lot of stuff coming out. A lot of water damage, we are assuming. Again, a large number of fire crews. We are going to end our stream on Citizen. If you'd like, we're still live on Facebook, YouTube, and X at Valleywide News. Those of you on Citizen, you could just scroll down just a little bit. Click on our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it if you could subscribe. Click the notification bell, follow, all that good stuff. Again, Citizen, we're going to end there. We're going to continue live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you for joining us on Citizen. So once again, it looks like fire crews finally have control of the fire. A lot of fire crews packing up. They're turning off the fire hydrants at this time. We can only assume a lot of water damage interior. Again, we're at Slangin Sound, Slangin car audio here in Mesa, Arizona, 5950 East Brown Road specifically, and an electrical fire here on the scene. A large number of fire crews, a lot were rehabbing in and out, and breaking out the front of the building to locate conduit that could have been a part of what sparked the electrical fire. Again, we appreciate everybody joining us. If you're here for the first time, we truly appreciate it. We're independent media, again, live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, and the best way to support us is click that like button, follow, subscribe, click notification bells, all that good stuff. You can see fire crews. We're going to zoom in, going on the ladder again, on the roof. And it appears that they are concentrated on the front of the building, which is more than likely where the electrical fire started. If you've got, hang on one second, I'm sorry. I mean, if you guys have some kind of, obviously I heard quite a while ago about the electrical fire. Is the building itself, are they saying it's lost or? Okay, it's just some conduit. That's it right there. Got it. So nothing else, it's just on the side. We'll be able to turn it to the front. Probably just an hour or something. Okay, so that was here and then you guys I don't even spray that. No? Okay. It's just... Yeah, just At the top? Or is that just like lower? Just from the yeah, so it makes it red on it. Yeah, just maybe yeah. You're welcome, sir. See ya. All right, everyone. So once again, just getting some word from one of the command units here on the scene. Thankfully, he said it didn't look like they put any water. Thankfully, it looks like no water damage on the interior. Again, what he was mentioning is there was a wire just where you're seeing the fire crews now, and again, the wall that they were breaking out, there was a lot of smoke being produced, and again, with all that wood on the wall, thankfully, it did not spread, and so it looks like they'll be able to open back up in a few hours, turn electric back on, and thankfully it was contained to the front part of the building, as that fire chief was just saying, contained to the front of the building, and electrical and smoke damage, but thankfully did not spread any further and anywhere else in the building. So the good news is it was contained directly to where we're looking now on Facebook, YouTube, and X, and our live shot. You can see they're still breaking out some of that front, which is, to say the least, not a big deal in comparison to the entire building itself. And again, it appears from what they're saying that they did not have to put any water on the building itself, which is great news. Again, minimizing any damage to the building itself and containing it just to that front wall where it was producing a lot of smoke. And thankfully, they'll be able to reopen for business. All right, everyone. So once again, here at Slangin Car Audio on Brown Road in Mesa. The good news is that we heard from one of the fire battalion chiefs that it was secluded to just this portion of the front of the building, an electrical fire. Thank goodness. The large response, more than likely due to the fact that there was conduit, a wire melting the conduit and surrounding area on the interior of the building. As you can see, fire crews right now working on the exterior to cut open the front of the building to locate those areas. They did pull down some insulation and some wall inside, but according to the fire chief, they did not likely put any water, so no water damage on the interior, and thank goodness. Again, the good news is they said that within a few hours they should be able to turn back utilities. Other than some heavy smoke damage and smell, they'll be back in business in a few hours, which is great news for them. Again, Slangin Audio here in Mesa, and thankfully, if that's the only damage to the building, that is in fact great news for them. Well, at least you guys will be back to business, they said.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's got the number right on the front. On its hat and the number. I don't remember which guy it was.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go see. This is the one that does the flat.
Oh, okay.
Well, some of them, we got some of them. Good, how are you? Good. You should be coming.
All right, thank you. Once again, Slangin car audio. We're happy to report that it was an electrical fire, and again, no damage other than to the front of the building.
Hi, sir. I'm Chris. Nice to meet you. I hear you guys doing something now, or you want to line up? Yeah, sure. We're going to be live on. Yeah, no problem at all. This is my bed. I like that. Oh, even better.
My God.
Yeah.
That you can fix the pocket. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You having a good morning so far?
Yeah, it's going all right.
And this will clip on your left ear. I'm kidding.
I was like, what?
I'm just kidding.
That was a good one. Got me.
Thank you so much.
Where are we? I miss you.
Hi, my name is Chris Tiller, Captain Mesa Fire Department, and it's Tiller, Tiller. We had a small electrical fire today at a commercial structure. This is a sound and tint store. It was at, where are we at, Brown and Wrecker. They had some smell of smoke from the inside. When we got here, there wasn't a whole lot of visible smoke or flames, so they just kind of started their investigation. We started opening up walls and figuring out what it was, and essentially it was a burnt up conduit. So some electrical wiring that was wrapped, overheat, started smoking and getting, once it got some oxygen, it started charring some of the members surrounding the area. So the crews opened it up with the chainsaw, figured out essentially where it had gotten to, sprayed it down with a little bit of water, and then was able to contain it before it actually spread. So very minor damage to both interior and exterior. They were limiting water flow to, again, decrease the damage that we did, and then the business should be able to open back up today once the utility companies recognize and isolate the electrical issue.
And no heavy smoke damage on the inside, just whatever was on.
Yeah, no heavy smoke damage. There obviously was smoke, so we pressurized it with some fans to kind of clear it all out. So they're going to smell stuff for a few days, but overall, yeah, no merchandise in there that's going to be at risk of any smoke damage.
That's great.
Were there any injuries reported with this fire?
No injuries, firefighters, no injuries to occupants, nothing like that. All the RPs are on scene, so they should be able to open up by the end of the day, and everything's good. It's a good stop.
That's great. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you very much. All right, everyone. So again, that was the fire chief and captain for Mesa Fire. Great news is that they'll be able to open up again here in a few hours. Minimal smoke damage, as well as a little bit of water damage when they first arrived, putting some water on it. Thankfully, not a huge amount. So the great news is that Slangin Car Audio and Tint will be back open here in a few hours once all firefighters clear the scene and are able to disconnect what you see. Hopefully they've done that already. Where the electrical fire started, which again was conduit, just interior of that wall on the top right where you see firefighters on scene right now. We're going to go ahead and end our live stream. We appreciate everybody joining us, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Until the next one.